There's a worrying trend of middle-class people eating ecstasy wrapped in cheese. What is this? I'm, well, not quite middle class, but I know some middle class people. I aspire to be middle class someday. Like, I'm not hearing about this ecstasy in the cheese. And why haven't I been invited to these MDMA cheese parties? I'd like to partake. I love cheese and ecstasy too. This is so weird. A concerning new drug-taking hyphenated trend has emerged of people swallowing MDMA with brie. Parties in London are reported to see middle-class women take this synthetic drug with French cheese. According to the Metro, the new craze has been dubbed brieing. Well, I want to brie this weekend. Guys, let's get together and brie this weekend. One 50-year-old businesswoman told the newspaper that she regularly hosts dinner parties where brieing takes place. And then she also hosts the orgy that takes place afterward. I have a strong circle of female friends. Oh, let me do this in a British accent. I have a strong circle of female friends, and we had tried all the latest fads, food fashions, and destination dinner parties, but something was missing. We did not seem to have as much of a laugh then as when we were younger. There always seemed to be barriers up between us as we got older, so one of our group suggested we all take ecstasy together so we could open up to each other and improve our friendships. Our friend had been given a gram of MDMA by her daughter, and we had no idea how to take it, as though some of us had taken coke before. Although some of us had taken coke before, we had never taken MDMA. I phoned my son, who told us not to sniff it, but to swallow it. So we wrapped some of the powder in a cigarette wrapper and put it in brie cheese, and we all took some. Oh, and what a time we had. Nothing happened for 40 minutes. Then the colors in the rug seemed to be more vivid, and before I knew it, I had Shirley's breast in my mouth. Just kidding. But before I knew it, I was in an in-depth conversation about my fantasy sex life with an old friend. It was such an intense experience. I'm sure most of us at that party have done it with other friends, so now wrapping MDMA in cheese seems to be the thing now. A year later, I've been invited to many brieing parties, and people seem to think it was all a grand design, but I assure you it was just not a grand design. It was totally on a whim. It is such a middle-class way of taking drugs, wrapping it in cheese, isn't it? Yes, I agree. Look I'm all for people taking drugs, and if this allows you to take drugs in a more comfortable way, then hell yeah, go for it, man. You know, if you want to smoke pot out of an apple, that's fine. You know, I've been to parties where people have eaten mushrooms on a pizza, like psychedelic mushrooms on a pizza. I think that's fantastic. Wrapping ecstasy in cheese, I'm going to admit I never thought of that, but you know, you can sniff it. You can, I don't know, I just used to put it, I mean, I've drank it in orange juice many times, you know, you could, there's so many ways. Capsule form is great, pill form. Cheese, never thought about cheese. What about cheese and then wrap that in bacon? Oh my god, cheese and bacon ecstasy. Now that is something I can get behind right there. I don't know, guys, if you, I'm gonna put it out there, the question to my weirdos, how do you like to take your MDMA? How do you take your ecstasy, guys? And by the way, could you please mail me some if you have any left over? Or better yet, invite me to your house and serve me MDMA on a platter while you're naked. I would love that. Let's do it like that, okay? My number is what is my number? 646-450-2012. Email me, funnyjones@gmail.com, or Instagram @funnyjones, Twitter @funnyjones. DM me. I want to know what you weirdos think about this ecstasy and cheese, and if you have tried it, and how do you take your ecstasy? How do you take your ecstasy? I'm gonna do, this is what all the women sound like in a Monty Python sketch.